Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Huzur. Huzur, we have some very eminent guests with us this afternoon, and I would like to invite Al-Hajj Usman Nuruddin Jah from Sierra Leone. Mr. Jah is a well-known Islamic scholar in Sierra Leone and is a popular figure amongst all Muslims and Christian religious groups. He is a former Minister of State and has been a great supporter of the Ahmadiyya Jamaat and is a very close friend. Respected Al-Hajj is a peacemaker amongst all religious groups, and I'd like to welcome him and request him to say a few words.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Your Holiness, it's a pleasure and honor for me to be here this afternoon, and I feel humbled to have been extended an invitation to participate in this all-important occasion. I want to thank the Almighty Allah for having given us this great movement of faith that continues to marvel the world in which we live. 100 years of Ahmadiyya in the services of mankind speak volumes of their role and services to mankind, especially in the areas of education, social services, humanitarian services. In my country, Sierra Leone, I'm proud to say that 50 years of our independence and the success stories behind the independence could not have been possible without the great contribution made by the Ahmadi faith and movement in Sierra Leone. We can be proud that as of current, Ahmadiyya has produced a lot of eminent persons who are put into public positions and playing a very significant role. In this government, we are proud to have, right from the Vice President to the former Minister of Foreign Affairs and now Minister of Health, who will be making a statement here, the university professor and principal of Jala University are all products of Ahmadi thought. So I want to congratulate them and to say we are proud of them and will continue to be proud of them because of their contribution towards the enhancement of education, peace in the world. But more significantly, when one compares one thinks of the comparative schools of thought in terms of religion, we are proud that the Ahmadiyyas are a faith that continue to demonstrate in no uncertain terms the principles of tolerance. Tolerance is the missing link in terms of religion in the present world. Ahmadis are respected not only for their abiding faith, but because of the way they espouse their religion, the way they conduct themselves. To be an Ahmadi is to be a standardized Muslim of excellence. Anything short of that, you are not an Ahmadi. This makes us feel proud that even among the Christians in Sierra Leone, the Ahmadis continue to be very impressive. I want to congratulate you all and to accept this as a challenge. On another note, let me say that one of the things that is creating problems in the world today is religious intolerance. When back home we hear about the persecution meted to Ahmadis in places like Pakistan, in Indonesia, and other places, we ask ourselves, have we moved in the 21st century, or are we in the old century where civilization had not started? When we look at what is happening among Muslims, we ask ourselves, is it the Quran which we read? Is it that the verses which are in the Quran, are they properly translated or are they misinterpreted? Because the Quran is very sacrosanct and speaks to say, La nufariqu bayna ahadin min rusuli wa qalu samina atana ghufrana kagabana masir. God does not make distinction among his prophets. And again we hear, La yukallifu Allahu nasa. There are quite a lot of sacred verses which speak that no good, intelligent, knowledgeable Muslim has to be confrontational and persecute people because of their religion. But I'm consoled, and I know that the more the Ahmadis have been persecuted, the more the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on them. They will thrive, they will succeed. And by the end of this century, I am positive, I am hopeful, I'm inspired that Ahmadis would become the mother of all other religions as far as Islam is concerned, because they have endured all the challenges and will succeed and will get the reward from Almighty Allah. Let me join the speakers before me to condemn the fact that we had the incident that took place in Norway. No good Muslim will be happy to hear about anybody trying to create mischief, because this is one of those things that have been condemned in the Quran. We Muslims do not believe in extremism, and that's one area I would want to salute the Ahmadis. They have carried their faith, saying that extremism, terrorism, these are not parts of the articles of faith. And what I am saying here, that I pray that sometime will come when the United Nations will have the privilege to invite His Holiness to address the world in the floor of Parliament, in the floor of the United Nations, to speak to the Parliament, to speak to the other communities, to tell the world what it means about religion, unity in diversity, so that tolerance will be our own watchword. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. I want to pray for the progress of Ahmadiyya, and I want to speak to the world that if Ahmadiyya had not come, what would have been the state of Ahmadis, of Islam in this world? It would have been something that nobody can conjecture. Alhamdulillah, Ahmadiyya has come to stay. Salli ala Muhammad.
Nara Takbir! Islam Ahmadiyyat! Alhaj Usman Nuruddin Jah!